Hello, everyone. We are happy to be back with you live. We are here for a 5-day masterclass. We're going to be talking about consciousness and your biz, how to align with your woo, how to go within, how to be present. We have a really exciting week lined up for you, and we're here as the founders of the Healing Soul School. My name is Christine Cardoza, and I am a spiritual mentor, business coach, and energy healer. And we really just want, the whole point of the school is to help us heal, all of us, help us heal, give us the tools, whatever we're creating in our business, or in our lives, how to expand and how to grow that. I have with me today Dr. G and Andrea. Dr. G, if you want to give a little hello. And
I'm pulling things up on my phone too, because I like to see what's happening. Yeah, so I am not just texting, Sally Joe. Just like, I like to, yes, hello. So we are so excited, you guys, to be here for, we're the Healing Soul School. We just finished up that amazing business showcase, and now we're going into a 5-day masterclass where we're really bringing, talking about consciousness and your biz and aligning with your woo. And we're just calling it out right there, right? Because we want to bring in spirituality into your business so that you can be seen more as your soul aligned person, because as you're more aligned and embodied with yourself, you're going to bring in your soul aligned clients. You're going to bring in that wealth consciousness. You're going to bring in so much of who you are here to be. And 2021 is incredibly important. Like, we need this right now, and we need all of our woo business owners to claim it, embrace it, to shine. And that's what we're doing all week long, is we're bringing that in our own style, what all three of us bring. So a teeny bit about me: I'm a naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist, and I have created an energy healing form called Ray of Light Meridian Therapy. That was created in 2020, and that's really shifted my whole life by claiming the energy healing world, by claiming my own woo. I have embodied it more and more. And as I've embodied it, the importance of supporting business owners in their woo and their energetics of their business, it's just like opened my whole world up to how I'm to contribute to the business world, which was never on my plan. It was not anything I thought about. I heard the word business and I was like, ooh, no, thank you. But now the business world is like calling me in. So we are all here to support you. And today we're going to do money manifestation in your business after we hear from Virginia, and after we do a fun exercise. So welcome, and feel free to post below. I'm going to pull up on my phone so I can see everyone who's here, and hand it over to Virginia.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being with us today. Welcome. My name is Virginia Maskell Fantasia. I am a meditation and mindset coach, energy healer, and spiritual mentor. So here to today we thought each day this week, we'll start with a little meditation. And just like Andrea was saying about connecting with self, yes, it's bringing that woo into your business, but connecting with self, and that is very important regardless of business and stuff like that. So we're just going to take a few minutes each day and start off with just a little bit of a meditation, just to kind of get us settled and set our intentions for the day, and then head on from there. So what I would invite you to do is just to find a comfortable chair, or if you're lying down, or whatever's comfortable. I prefer to sit with my back supported, but my head free, and just kind of relax a little bit. Close your eyes. And let's just take a couple of deep breaths and just ground down, relax, let your body release. Come into this moment right now, right here. With every inhale, your body expands. With every exhale, your body releases and melts down. On the inhale, expand. On the exhale, release and melt down. And then we're just going to take a minute and relax into this beautiful feeling. Focus on our breath. See the breath coming in through our nose coming into our body, down through our vessel, through our lungs, through our stomach, down through our legs, down out our feet, into the ground, and looping back up outside the body, and coming back up and into our body through our crown chakra, and just creating this beautiful flow, coming in, going down all through our vessel, out through our feet, into the ground, up and outside, a loop around the body, and back in through the crown chakra. And just breathe. With each breath, you feel and see this airflow, this beautiful energy flowing and just replenishing our body, moving our energy. And relaxing into this beautiful flow of energy, and just sit with this flow for a minute. And then take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, releasing all of that down through your vessel, through your legs, through your ankles, through your feet, into Gaia, into Mother Earth. Letting go of everything that no longer serves us. Grounding down, grounding us to Earth, grounding us to Gaia. And just relaxing, coming back into the room, wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. There. I hope that gives everyone a nice little relax, bring us into the moment, and help us start off on a lovely, positive, high vibe note.
And you know what I love about this launch or this masterclass is that we're starting February 1st, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like we're just like setting it up for like massive movement and shifting. And I'm all about numbers and sequencing. Like right now it's 10:10. I'm like, thank you, universe. It's 10:10. So when I see numbers like that, I just love it. And so what we didn't mention was that we have a workbook and we have this available. So if you need it, we have between 10 and 12 people watching. So if you want this, then definitely message that you post below that you need a workbook, and then message one of us your email. So if you say workbook, one of us will message you and we'll send you the workbook so that you can have that as well to go along with us.
And Andrea, can I just mention something? If you joined through the registration link, I am working on sending that email out here now as we are live. So I'm just working on that right now. So if you've registered, then that's okay. The email with the workbook is coming.
Yeah. And I just let in 5 more people. So there's going to be people that have it or some people don't. So you'll get it in an email. And if you don't have it, Heather said she needs it. So we'll message you and get your email and send that to you for sure. So if you don't have it right this moment, the world will continue spinning. And we're going to go into it. We really shifted this workbook so that you can be engaged and use it as a journal prompt as well. So it's going to be really powerful to receive it and work with it from there also. So Christine, do you want to mention anything about money manifestation and your business? What is manifestation? What are we really talking about when we're in this world of manifestation? Because it's a big word, right? So when we have these big words that are so popular, it's like, well, what does that really mean? Like, what does that mean for you? We're going straight to the money, you guys, because part of our helping the world means that we get to be we get to be in our wealth consciousness. And so we're speaking right into it this first day because we want to see you making shifts this week. We want to hear messages from you guys that you're like, $5,000 came in this week. Oh my gosh, like anything is possible. So that's really why we're starting out the week with money manifestation and your business.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, let's talk about manifestation, what it is and what it is not. Manifestation there's a lot of hype, especially this year, about law of attraction, manifesting. And when we manifest, we're going to get the big house or the relationship or the new job. The thing is, we're manifesting all the time. So if you look around at your situation, you're like, I want a different scenario. Then it's really calling in that scenario and bringing that in, because your brain works. So you're either attracting what you believe in the core. We'll talk about more of that this week, or you're bringing into what's ahead of you or before you with the vibration and where you are. So there are 5 steps to the law of attraction, or the manifesting, some kind of a formula and some things that you can do to set yourself and your mind around what you want to call in. So the first one is just imagining your new reality, or thinking about, even this could be your spiritual vision. What do you want to call in? If you close your eyes and you take a couple of deep breaths, what is it that you want in your life? Is it a new relationship? Maybe it's a different home. Maybe it's a different amount of income per month, but it starts with your imagination. Okay. And it has to be created in your mind before you're going to be able to see it in your existence. And so it's just really asking yourself, what is it do I want? Step 1. Okay. And in that, think of, like, if you have any contrast in your life, maybe your bank account isn't where you want, or you don't live in the house that you want, those things. Just look at that, observe. How does it make you feel? No judging, don't judge yourself. Our feelings are really our guidance system. So they're telling us whether we are in alignment with what we're thinking about, or if we are out of alignment, and really asking, what is my situation telling me? Okay. And then the second step is to write it down. Writing it down in detail. And I'll write this in the chat after. If you're taking notes, whatever, I'll write it through after. And when you're writing it down, making sure that you have the detail, because if you just say, oh, I want a new job, or I want a house, that's not as much detail as the universe loves detail. So the more detail you can give is better. So for example, instead of I just want a house, how about I want a 4-bedroom log house with room for 4 cars for parking, a hot tub. That would be for me. Meditation garden, a swimming pool or beside a lake, and you can name the location, all of those things. Those are better details to put into that as you're writing it down. If you don't write down full detail, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. It might take longer, because the universe is, what do they really want? And are you in the right vibrational match for that? The next step, number 3, is to allow it, and really just to, write it down and then let it go. The how is not up to us. That's up to God, source, creator. We use all 3 words here, whatever your comfort word is, and really just allowing and not worrying about the how. Okay. Just being in the feeling and the vibrational match of it. So being in a receptive mode. Thank you that everything's always working out for me. Being in gratitude that that all your needs are met. And that source or God is going to provide that need and that want for you. And again, like I said, it's being in that vibrational match. The 4th step is the feeling of it. Be it before you see it, the feeling of abundance. Okay, so it could be imagining, you look at your bank account, and if you have that feeling of like, of dread, that's not being in the vibration of it. That's not believing that money is coming and that you are abundant. It's imagining you are abundant. And when I first started learning this work, something that helped me, because I had a lack mindset coming into this work, was to imagine nature, and how well God takes care of his, like, everything, nature, animals, us, and the trees. Think of all of the leaves on a tree. This is a really good exercise. And just imagine, like, that abundance for the tree is all those leaves. You have that same abundance as well, and just calling it in, okay? Believing that you have it. And within your mind, that feeling of it is creating a place you can go, just like in Virginia's beautiful meditation today. is creating that safe space where you can go and you can imagine, you can dream, you can be in there, as you're feeling it. There is some work that comes. It's not that you can sit on the couch and you manifest eating bonbons. Definitely not that. The universe also likes action, but it's got to be aligned action. And you know that by your feeling. And we're going to go through that a little bit more this week. So the fifth stage then is to live in the vibration and believing. If you don't believe it, it's not going to come. Definitely. So working around, why don't I believe it? So if I, imagine, a $10,000 month as an example, or imagine $10,000 in your hand. And if you are like, oh yeah, I feel it. I totally have that. You can imagine $5 in your hand as an example. You feel the $5, but is it the same feeling for 10,000? And just check yourself and observe. And if not, is there a limiting belief there? Is there something that maybe is holding you back that you can look into, or just simply ask, in a meditation, or if you're in prayer, just say, okay, I'm ready for this. I want to surrender. I'm open to this new thing coming into my life. What piece of it do I need to work on to make sure that I'm in alignment or in the vibrational match for it? We're going to talk about limiting beliefs and creating a new belief matrix tomorrow that will help you with the manifestation and really just being in it. But I just want to say, as the last thing, is really just observe yourself, observe where you're at with your thinking. If you want, let's say, a new job, or you want 10 new clients in your business, I'll use the new clients as an example. Where does your vibration fit, or feel? Is it something where you're like, yeah, right, how is that going to happen? Or you're not feeling like that is something that you can attract into your life? Then there's a limiting belief there. And being in alignment, or that aligned action, is you feel the 10 clients, you can write down, circles, or imagining them at a table and just being there. And who are they? Who are you drawing in? That's part of the feeling of it. And being in awareness of what you're drawing in and what you are attracting to you. So again, manifesting isn't just writing affirmations and you're hoping that that's going to come. That's not how it works. Or, I rub my crystals every day, or I'm pulling oracle cards. How come my thing hasn't come yet? There is that belief in it, but also, are you moving towards that? Is your daily action, if you want 10 new clients, do you have something set in your schedule where you're getting out there and getting leads, or you're messaging people that you see that would be a good fit? Those are the aligned action steps, and we will chat more about that this week. So thank you, Dr. G, if you would like to continue on.
Yeah, thank you. Those are awesome. So I did write them down. I wrote them down in the thing. So what is it you want to feel was the first one. What is it you want to feel? Write it down and go into detail. And I just want to share, just with you saying that, I had a client call today, and we were talking about a 5K month versus a 10K month. She felt really comfortable with a 5K month. I said, okay, so then what's that stretch to a 10K month? And she was like, well, I'm driving and I own a house. I was like, great. So now that we know, because we could say, I want a financial abundance, I want prosperity. I do that. I've done that and I've got caught in that. But I'm like, but that's I'm actually handing my power over, instead of saying, ooh, I want a 50K month. And what does that feel like? Ooh, that feels like I get to go like eat at a really nice restaurant, and I got to take my family out, and I got to even maybe buy a car for my husband and surprise, his pants off, or, just like, not like that, but you know what I mean? Like surprise them, and like, because if we can find the stretch area, like she felt safe with 5K, and then she could see what a 10K felt like. And I said, let's play with that. And then she could start asking her questions, because when we start to ask questions, we activate the law of momentum. So saying, ooh, what does it feel like to drive? What kind of car am I driving? And that's law of attraction too, right? Because you're like imagining yourself in this car, you're feeling it, you're seeing it. And then that house, oh, it's my house. I like someone else, Sabrina, I think, said, seeing a sold sign in front of your house. Awesome. Like, oh, I drive by every morning and there's a sold sign and I just get so excited. And I know, and, Virginia just had similar things happen with her house selling and, moving to Canada. So get juicy with it. Like if it feels stagnant, then it's going to be stagnant. Manifestation is meant to be fun, and it's full embodiment of you being engaged. And yeah, I mean, you actually could sit on the couch eating bonbons if you were full in imagination of it and into it. But if you're just eating them being like, it's never going to happen, then it's never going to happen. So allow it. And then like, I think that questioning really allows it to come in, which I love. Feeling of it, like be it before you see it. That really is the shift. That's the shift. If you don't know how to feel into it, that's the major shift. And you can check and you can write it. But if you're like, it's never going to happen, then it's not going to happen. So go a little bit smaller. What does feel possible? And that's where the playroom goes too. So I wanted to just recap what Christine said, because I wrote it in there. Live in the vibration and believe it and trust it, right? Because that it's all around us. It's a tree. We literally are these trees. And it's like, when I do my activations, it's like the abundance is already all around us. I actually just have to allow it in, and I have to believe it and trust it and play with it. Money likes to be played with. Manifestation is a fun thing. It's not like I'm going to go sit and manifest. It's like, ooh, what can we create? And then find a posse, like use this group, use people, use or connect with people where you can get dreamy, where you can have those big goals, because that's what we do here. Christine, has amazing, she'll message me and she has these big goals and I'm like, yes. I'm never like, that's a little too big. It's like the financial flow that she's calling in, and Virginia as well, with like even just moving to Canada and finding the perfect retreat center. And, all of that is we're all there with you too. Right. So we're talking this through.
Support one another.
Support one another. Yeah. So
I love that comment. I don't know if you're seeing Heather Kuhn said incorporation documents for her business, her company, that had never shown itself before. So that's really cool.
Cool.
And Sabrina is in her new kitchen. She loves the flooring and looking out at the fields. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yes, exactly. So moving into that. So just to come back to this, I know some of you may not have the worksheet. We really have this as prompting for you. So because it is good to kind of see where we are and see where we want to go. So what exactly is it you wish to manifest in your business or life? So, like Sabrina said, that sold sign, those 10 soul aligned clients that are paying 10K and they just come. Like I'm creating some patterns where people just message me and they want to join the programs or this program, or that we're just magnets for that. So and write it down so we can look. Like, you guys, time does not matter. You could write it down today, and by Friday get into the vibration of it, and it could be here. We let our brains get in there and kind of toggle it around, and then that mucks it all up. So write it down today. Let's watch it manifest over the week. Let's use these tools. I am a money magnet, Christine says. Yes.
And can I just throw something in there?
Yeah.
But while we're still on the topic of it, is another way, writing it down, journaling, feeling into it. So this is, if you guys have done meditations with me, where I've sat and done like a 15-minute meditation with you, there's some that are in the units and whatever, but I like to end my meditations by flowing into manifestation. Mm-hmm. And that's my sweet spot. I am already sunk down. I'm already connected to my higher self. I'm already aligned with source. And now I'm flowing into my whatever, my dream, how my day is going to look, long-term goal, whatever it is that you're manifesting or you want to manifest, seeing it, feeling it, tasting it, smelling it, really just sink into that place of as if it's already here. So that's just another really beautiful place that I access twice a day, every single day, by adding it into my meditation. And it's just it can change, right? It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time. And often finishing that by saying this or something better, because that sometimes it may not look exactly like how you're visualizing. So you need to just stay open.
Or often it doesn't.
Yeah.
Often it
Yeah.
doesn't. Look how we have like put it in a cookie cutter box. I love.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's
And then,
allowing, right? And not
It's allowing,
blocking. So that's part of the allowing, right? Allowing it to be whatever it's supposed to be for our highest and best good. So
Yeah.
just a little tidbit I thought to add in there to also get that, while you're
Exactly.
in the sweet spot, why not manifest, right?
Exactly. I do that like, every meditation, every morning. Then I like moving into that. We do some energy pulling. Virginia's going to show us how like it's energy pulling, or like how to call in our soul aligned clients. We'll talk about that throughout the week too. And there was something else I wanted to say right on top of, or not, with what Virginia was saying, but I've lost it. So what amount and how many clients would set your biz up for success, or your life, or what amount every month, right? So some people, what do you want to manifest this week? 1,000, 2,000, 1 client, 5 clients, 40 clients. Hopefully 40 might be a little exhausting. 40, no, I'm just kidding. 40 in a group. There we go. Okay. So see, I was locked in that it had to be 40 one-on-one, but 40 people in a group, like coming into your group program. So really set this. This is, we're talking money manifestation in your business, but let's set some intentions. What are we going to do this week? What do you want to see shift in your life? And if you don't have a business, then say it in your life. Like, what do you want to see shifting in your life? And really dive in. We're going to have some awesome prizes this week as you stay live, and we'll have a soul work after this to share what's shifting. Yeah. So Sabrina says 15 to 20 clients a month. Absolutely. Yeah. And then I always like to say with ease, grace, and magic, right? They come with ease, grace. I love saying magic. Someone will say love. And I'm like, I'm magical. I want stuff to be just like they magically show up. So, and good to just start as we're setting an intention, like what has been working in your business and what has not. We're not that we have to go into the not part, but we can say, oh, like a lot of it's celebrating you. Like, let's celebrate where you are right now, what has been working. And then look and see what isn't working. Oh, well, I've said I was going to commit to an hour of outreach every day, and I didn't really do that. Okay. So this week, commit to that thing that you said you would like to do, and you haven't. So we're able to kind of track and celebrate with you, and post your celebrations here. Post, what your intentions are, so that we can all, as a group, there's actually so much more momentum when we work together as a group, and how that can really go out. And so this really first day is like, let's set those intentions. And then we cover these. So I'm just going to go through them, but how do you want to feel in your business and feel in your life? Very important. If you're like, and like, there's days where you might not feel that great, but your business can still thrive too, right? So it doesn't always, like, if you feel just like slow, then move your body, go outside, and know and trust and know that, we don't always have to be happy and manifest. Like, that's also a little bit of a, there's a little, you have leeway, but if you have that bigger vision that you're working on, and you're feeling into that, and you believe in that, then you have a day off, you have a sick day, or you have a grumpy day, and people still pay you, and you can bring in those, 15 to 20 clients. So, and what would it feel like to allow and receive the finances in your business that also means you are supporting your soul aligned clients? Because as healers, we could attract people that aren't our soul aligned clients. And as a naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist, that is like what medicine is made of. It's like, we are ingrained that we're supposed to support everyone, but really, when you align with your soul aligned people, you guys, it's so much more expansive, and it's really claiming that freedom. I would love Christine to go, like, if you have anything about like that part of, allowing, and then the soul aligned clients, like what does, and Virginia too, like what does that look like for you, and how does that shift when you can really call that in?
Yeah, awesome. I feel that the first step is the trusting. Do you trust yourself, and do you trust source? That's been my year. I feel, I've had a lot of ups and downs this year as far as financial, and it's like, okay, I went off this roller coaster. And when I take a step back and I look at it, I've really been piecing apart my beliefs, my core beliefs around money. What I'm calling in the allowing part is, do I trust myself, and do I trust source? Because if we don't trust that connection, either in ourselves or in our higher power, then there's going to be a harder time for that to come as well, because there's some kind of a lack there, whether you don't feel worthy. That the allowing really is for, God to wow us, the universe to wow us and say, hey, I have this for you, and I'm calling it in and being there. Virginia, do you have anything else you want to add for that?
Yeah, I was just going to say that's exactly it. I mean, that shift for me was that really trusting that what I'm getting for myself, for someone else, because I've always been someone of service. You're answering someone, helping them if they need help, giving them a suggestion or whatever, right? And it's from that place of the heart. Okay, maybe sometimes it wasn't, but I had to check in, and that was the part of the learning, understanding what is my ego, that this is a trigger response and not a soul line response, and just really coming into that and trusting that and knowing that, and knowing that I am that. I'm embodying this as my person, as my regular life, but my work, my business is not different from that. So bringing that same person, that same embodied, soul aligned person into the business, and living outward from that space, answering those questions that are soul aligned and coming from the heart. So yeah, for me, that's been a big thing that shifted for me, was really kind of tuning in and getting that connection and trusting it.
Awesome. I think for you, Sabrina, like in the allowing part of it, if you're calling in 15 to 20 clients, the allowing is like writing out what it is you want. But is there, in that allowance, do you feel them? Do you see them sitting at a table, in your mind? We're obviously not getting together right now, but like it online or in a group, or you see them, or you can picture the money coming in from when they send you the investment for your time, and looking at it from that way. And if there's any kind of a wobble or anything where you're like, I don't know if I fully can sit in that or believe into it, what is there? Is it a feeling of, am I worthy? Do you feel afraid to contact people? That was something else I've worked on this year, was, okay, I have these great ideas, or I can really help transform people. And then when it comes to making the calls, this is very important in a business, is if I have any of that contrast or there's a disconnect, okay, no problem, not beating myself up, observing, and then taking that into, a meditation or even just journaling. Where is that coming from? Because there's a disconnect in the allowing, or even just saying, hey, source, I would love to have, those 15 or 20 clients. Imagine, Sabrina, what that will feel like when they just contact you and you didn't even have to contact them, right? It's just the trust of all my needs are met, and I have 15 to 20 clients coming in. I don't know how they're coming. Maybe it's through my live, maybe it's through, the things that I'm posting, or maybe it's just source saying, here you go. You are in a vibrational match to 15 or 20, I'm going to say 20 clients coming in. Let's make it clear. Those 20 clients coming in, you're in a vibrational match to that. The how is just going to happen because your electromagnetic signature is now being expressed of, I have 20 new clients every month, instead of, I wonder, just the kind of the fear part. I wonder where it's going to come from. Am I nervous of any part of my business, or, moving forward in that aspect?
And I would add, trust. I would add that being consistent in your business allows those people to see you, to trust you, and to follow up. So we can't say necessarily, I'm going to call in 15 people and trust it and allow it. And then but we're not showing up in our business. And then the other way, that's going to be difficult because they can't see you on Facebook or whatever social media platform. So for me and in my training, it's like, as I consistently show up, people can trust me because they're like, she's showing up every single day. And like, even if it's a post or a live, you don't have to go live every day. And in that live, that's when the magic happens. You get to imagine that you're speaking to your 15 soul aligned clients, and that then they're just messaging you because you were present, you've been consistent, you're whole in what you're delivering without, you're being seen, which, Sabrina, just like allowing yourself to be seen. So it's really magical because as you consistently show up in your business, and then like Christine said, you kind of overcome, like I love doing outreach now, but before I was actually kind of scared of calling in somebody like my mom. And so then I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want 15 to 20 people because what if they're like my mom? Like, I don't want to work with my mom. So there's like some fear, we have to just really like align with like, we're calling in 15 to 20 soul aligned clients that, but I had to do some healing of this fear of calling in somebody that might judge me or that might critique what I'm offering. And so there's some like healing steps, but really feeling and allowing into that is huge, which is the next question is what stories are holding you back? That helps you kind of hash out the limiting beliefs, there's a big one coming through is I don't want to bother anyone. So if you are messaging people, which I do still encourage you to do, it builds strength, it builds consistency. It helps you see what's my story. If I'm messaging like, hey, Sabrina, don't want to bother you. I mean, I'm just this amazing naturopathic. No, I'm just kidding. But if we're in the energetics of, I don't want to bother, or who do you think you are, then it's good that energy frequency comes through in your messaging. So it's really like what stories are holding you back. Is it a story of people don't want to hear what I have to say? Is it a story of fear of judgment, or we're scared of calling in our past versions of ourselves? That really does help you and allow you to release those stories so that you can show up calling in the money and the clients and the leadership and the impact. Like there's so many things that it's money manifestation, but it's embodiment of you and all of your offerings. And that's really what we're here to do this week, is help you be that embodied leader so that those soul aligned clients are magnets. They're just, so I visualize, I love how Christine said a table, but in my meditations, mine is a train car, and I have different train cars. So I have the Ray of Light Meridian Therapy, and I have the Mastermind, and it's this beautiful golden, train car. And so like, let yourself really play. And I imagine like when they come into these, like each vibration is different. Like the healing train car is like a different vibration than the Mastermind or any of those. And that helps me feel playful with it. And I get to gift them, like I have diamonds on their seats when they sit down, and, like I get really into these different, and some really want to be really big. So there are 40 people coming into that. So it's really exciting when you can allow that to really unfold. And we are going to do in a little bit, in about 10 minutes, we'll do a visualization on money manifestation in your biz. So connecting you into the consciousness of your business and allowing the soul aligned clients to come in. What does that feel like? Allowing just the finances that are floating around every single one of you, they are there. It's just, how do I open up the docking stations for them to, let's see Tara Ann just showed up. Hello, Tara. Like allowing the docking stations for the prosperity to come in and the soul aligned clients to come in. That's really what we're talking about here, is like, how do we just allow that to really flow in? So if anybody wants to add anything, in about 10 minutes, we'll do a manifestation biz for you and your business. We'll do a little meditation.
Let's throw it out there. I like how Heather Kuhn wrote, I live by the approach, it's not about me, it's about them. Absolutely. That's a good way to get over any fear. Who can I serve today? And I love, when I ask that question every morning, and Source gives me people to reach out to, and I love it. Usually around 2 or 3, and I reach out to them, and I just love that connection, because so many times they have said, oh my, I was just thinking about you. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know. God told me to call you, or message you. So, yeah, I feel like it's divine. And she says, to be aligned as a transformational agent with my soul aligned clients. I love that. What do you guys do? Put in the comments. Tell us, what are your manifestation tips and secrets? This is really good, because we are all learning together as a community, and a great way to pull this in. Such a good topic. Great high vibe topic.
We'll just wait a second if anybody wants to answer what you're doing right now to call in your Soul Align clients. Any of your manifestation goals for the week. We want to celebrate you. We want to hold that for you guys. And while we're waiting for people to do that, just remember that manifestation comes when you are all on board. So that's like what Heather said, that soul alignment for ourselves. When you're feeling worthy, deserving, safe, confident, you believe it, and you're allowing of it. And that might feel like a lot, but you can write those out as a list and say, am I feeling deserving today? And sometimes if you're not feeling deserving, then you're usually pretty good on your pricing. Like you feel good with your pricing, but your deserving is like, then there's a little bit of a drought in your soul line clients. So it's working with that deserving. What stories are you telling yourself around that? What's kind of blocking that? If it's a worthiness issue, then your pricing, you're not really comfortable with your pricing. And you're like, oh, who would pay me that much? Or who would really do that? And so worthiness is a good topic to explore. If you have a lot of clients, but you're working too hard, you're in the hustle, you're in the grind, and you're really ready to step out of that and expand into less work, more play, more soul line clients, higher level of service, like, that we're not hustling and hustling and hustling. That's also not the point. The point is to have some freedom, time, financial, because it's possible for all of us to be financially prosperous in our business and making that impact as well.
I remember a little trick that actually Heather Kuhn, I remember her telling me this story. Heather, I really hope you don't mind me sharing this. That when she was getting her wanting to level up to that next level, whatever financially that next level is for yourself, she was kind of stuck in that level up, and and then realized, what, my bank account has a consciousness, has its own energy. I need to have a conversation with my bank account. And she told me how she did that. And she had talked to her bank account and, gave it some loving energy and all that in preparation for, this large expansion that was coming, and to, kind of gratitude and thank you for all you do. And she
She's frozen. She's frozen in Panama.
And she...
Yes, Anna says, I need to talk to my bank account.
Yes, yeah, and exactly. So all of this has a consciousness. Our business has a consciousness. Our bank account has a consciousness. Money manifestation. I write money almost every single day. So you can write money, building that relationship. I often think of money as my relationship with God. And so, but when I'm writing money, I'm often celebrating first, and then I might just be a little pissed off, or I might be really happy, like just to have that more of that conversation. I recognize a deep, money is masculine. So often money isn't flowing. Oh, we lost Virginia, but often money isn't flowing in because we have some masculine wounds to address. So whatever your father wound was, or your relationship wound, those can be addressed to really allow in more of that money. And so I realized this big father wound that I had. My dad, not really, I always thought he was really there, but he also was kind of non-committal. So we recognized this in my mentoring call 2 weeks ago. And she was like, wow, do you recognize that's a lot to recognize, but that my father wasn't committed essentially into a lot of my things, though he would pay for things. And so I recognized that energetically, and I also wasn't able to trust money, because I was like, how can I think that money, if my dad doesn't really commit into me in my life, then money probably isn't going to either. So I could feel some abandonment around it. I could feel some other things. And I took that into the Akashic records, because I do a lot of work in the records, and wrote money that night. And I was like, holy cow, money, like I'm ready to shift this. I'm ready to feel the support from God and money and see how that can shift. How do we play together so that I can feel supported and that you are committed to me? Because really money's out there circulating, waiting for us to open that door and ask those types of questions. excuse me. So if you see me eating, it's because I'm pregnant and I just have to eat food sometimes, you know. So starting to investigate some father wounds, that's also really supportive. And writing to money is really supportive. You'll be surprised. It doesn't always have to be, you know, full of gratitude and love. It can be like, I'm kind of pissed off and I'm really not feeling supported. Because as you say that, then typically when I write things like that, I'll get all my F-bombs out and the FUs or whatever. And then a solution comes and they're like, oh, okay. So I'm going to start appreciating the little things, or, you know, I get a really clear message of what my steps are. And it's been incredibly powerful. So that's another, yes, write money a letter and just establish that connection to just, you know, say, hey, it's been a long time. I know I haven't written to you, and let it flow, let it come out. Really, that would be, you know, if that was something all of us did for the week, wrote money a letter, then I would guarantee that we would have some money manifestation happening as well, because building that connection to the consciousness of money. Part of my purpose on the planet is really healing and allowing people to step into their wealth consciousness as well as their business. So writing to money, healing that wound, looking at any masculine wounds that you may have or been holding between either past relationships or your father. Very, very interesting. And even God. So part of Christine knows this, but I would probably 3 months ago cringe. She would say God, and I'm like, ooh. And now I'm really embodying healing my relationship with the divine God, not religious God, that has a different slant to it. And that has really shifted. So I would write him as well, or meditate with him, and like just tears coming out of why I, you know, kind of shut that door. So we shut the door on money. So then how do we expect money to come in? Because we're like, kind of like, well, F you didn't show up when I needed you there. You didn't show up there. And money's like, no, like, you know, the other thing is you can think of money as a lover or as a man, you know, at like healing that man wound. Like, what would that man version look like to allow that in? So that's like 5 options right there. I know we didn't type them all out, but hopefully you're writing them down. You can grab.
I put them in the chat.
Yeah, the videos will be up as well. And so again, you guys, showing up live every single day. And we will have a soul work homework every single day as well. And so when you show up live, if you catch the replay, make sure you say replay and comment throughout it. Bring in some friends that want to bring consciousness into their business and bring woo and financial fluidity and soul aligned clients. We're going to be doing this masterclass all week long. And so when you show up live or the replay and do the soul work, you get into a drawing for some amazing prizes that we'll be sharing we'll share them on Thursday or Friday. So yeah, if you have to leave and come back, just make sure you pop in and share that as well, because again, we're going to have some fun stuff happening. And I would love to I know we lost Virginia. She is back now. I would love to do a visualization on money manifestation to kind of wrap everything up so that we're actually going to connect into the consciousness of our business and allow finances to come in. If you don't have a business, allow that consciousness to be your bank account. You can do the exact same thing. So Anna coming back and doing that for sure. And again, sharing and biting, we're going to be here all week long. So it'll be about 5 to 8 minutes. You can extend this longer when you're on your own. Okay? So here we go. We're going to just close our eyes. We'll start with meditation and end with meditation. So we're bookending, you guys. So just take 3 deep breaths. Already by being here, you've shifted. You're allowing, you're feeling into it. You're imagining that expansion. So breathing in, expanding, and releasing down into the earth. Good. So we're going to imagine as if we are in a pyramid. Pyramids are really activating. So imagine you're in a 3-dimensional pyramid and just connecting straight up to source. And this golden light comes through the pyramid and floods and flows and heals and clears everything around your energetic space and in through your body. So almost just washing golden light, reminding you of your higher self through the head, the neck, shoulders, arms, golden fluid, clearing, activating, aligning all the energy space around you and everything in your body, clearing all lower frequencies, anything stuck in your body, down through the legs, into the earth, connecting all the way into Gaia, and allowing this beautiful white crystalline from Gaia flowing back up, similar to how Virginia left us in this morning. So let that continual flow from God into you in the pyramid, into earth. And now visualizing another pyramid. I like to do it right in front of me. So imagine a pyramid that is your business. If you don't have a business, imagine that pyramid is your bank account. And then allow the connection from the top of your pyramid all the way up to source. Sometimes we don't even have our pyramids grounded. So connect up to God and allow God to flow right into this business consciousness. Maybe your name is on it. And allow that golden light to flood in. And from all four corners of this three-dimensional pyramid, rooting all the way into the earth, so that we have this Gaia God connection in your business. Breathing in, your business is rooted. And let's make sure there's a door on your business. And a beautiful walkway up to your business. And there might be some colors connected to your business. And your soul aligned clients, we're magnetizing the business for your soul aligned clients. And as it's rooted, your soul aligned clients just feel the frequency of your activated business. And they start to come in. And what do they feel when they come into the business space, into this area? And we're going to open, just ways for money to flow in, so that maybe money flows in through the front door and circulates. And as it circulates through the business, the light is brighter. There's whatever comfort you like for your clients. There's more delicious, healthy food, a space for them to feel comfortable in. They come in, and what do they feel when they enter your business? Joy, expansion. Just by saying we're activating the wealth consciousness for you and your business, it happens because we've connected up to source, we've connected it into the earth, and now we're going to imagine those roots going through the first layer of the planet, all the way around the planet. And from these superficial root system, little trees are going to come up, or plants, whatever plant comes up, or a flower. They're going to come up through Alaska and Canada and Europe, the US, South America, Africa, Asia. The whole planet is going to have these little bushes or these big trees of your business frequency and wealth frequency. And your soul aligned clients are going to see these images, and they're going to come up, and they might take a bite of that tree and just get this frequency of you, helping them find you with ease, with grace and magic. You've sent your roots. You can also send telepathic messages to all of your soul aligned clients, that they come with an easy flow into your business. And however you like to imagine money, whether it's flying dollars or a feeling of security and safety and expansion, allow that to be magnetized to the business as well. Maybe there's a color you're receiving from the business. And you're still in your pyramid. You're still flowing with God and Gaia, allowing your space to feel clean and clear and aligned. You're connected to the consciousness of your business, the consciousness of your wealth. And now you're open and ready to allow these to come in. So taking 3 deep breaths, knowing you can always come back to this connection. Knowing you are here for a bigger purpose, to call in your soul aligned clients, to support the planet and the galaxy. And grounding this vision of your business and wealth consciousness into the earth and up to God and the universe. And knowing it is done. Yeah. So I'd love to hear your visualizations, whatever comes to you. Knowing you're all here for a purpose. And otherwise, we're going to wrap it up in just the next few minutes. So Christine and Virginia, anything else you guys want to share?
Oh,
I
lots
would
of energy
say,
moving. Oh my goodness.
I love those because it expands my vision. Like I have this business idea in my head, and then I love those because it just helps me to ground it, expand it, move the walls out, make sure the door is there, the front door, back door.
Yeah,
me too.
I didn't talk about the back door,
Yeah,
but
me too.
yeah.
It's that allowing, even though you have all these ideas and these things, right? Because we're working on our business and you're thinking of the different things that you need to do, and you kind of get wrapped up in the day to day. And when I do that, I just feel like my heart opens too, right? That expansion and that anything is possible, and the day to day and the nitty gritty and all that, it's okay. It just makes it all okay. It's all gonna happen as it's supposed to. It's all, it's just, again, that allowing, that expansion, and just opening that heart space for me. That's really magical. I love it.
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah, it does. And I like the door. I remember when this was really a channel that just came through, and I was like, oh yeah, because my business was floating up here, and I was like, well, that's not very grounded. So I just started meditating and imagining my business grounded on the earth. And then, and I would do that meditation. And then the next day I was like, oh, my business needs a door. Like, of course people can't come because there's no door and there needs to be an exit. And what does it feel like? So it's been one of those, this was abbreviated. I do have a little bit longer 15 to 20 minute visualization on this. So, it's really amazing. You can do this once a week. You can do this every couple of days, especially if you're feeling stuck. And I love what you guys said. It really does. It takes out the overthinking, like I don't have to do so much when I really connect in and I allow it to happen energetically and through the business. And same with money. The wealth consciousness is right there to support us. So I know that this is just the beginning. So definitely set your intentions for the week, you guys. We're going to have a lot of transformation, set your money manifestation, set your business, participate. We'll post the soul work here in a little bit. I have a couple calls after this, so we'll post that. So you can participate. Make sure you catch the replays if you're doing it. Let us know you're catching the replay, and then also do the soul work. And we have some awesome prizes and experiences that are going to unfold as the week goes on. And if you need a workbook, message that you need a workbook, we will, email this out as well. So, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do the energy and your business matters.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right.
We had a couple of comments that I can't see.
Sorry.
I can't see the names.
Sorry, Virginia, I'm not sure what you said.
I just said we had a couple of comments, but it just says Facebook use, so I can't see exactly who said it, but it really looks like lots of powerful. Sabrina says Sky High Wellness has a pretty sweet looking pyramid. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. One of the comments was Tracy.
Somebody was. Yeah, she said that was amazing. Thank you. Joy's felt so good. Joys and tears of happiness. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, light and warmth. And when I saw my second period and opened the door, white light beamed, then surrounding light through expanding to green. Nice. I like that. See, it's just, doesn't it feel beautiful? That's what I mean. It just feels beautiful. It's like, I get like a prism of colors, and and I mean, it changes all the time, but yeah, that's just beautiful. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. That's awesome.
All right. We will see you guys first thing.
All
Well,
right,
not
ladies,
first
are
thing
we
tomorrow.
wrapping it up?
We got to wrap it up. We're going to see you at 1 p.m. EST or what time is that? 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm in the Pacific world. So thank you for joining. We love sharing, and we'll expand even more tomorrow.
Awesome. Good night.
Okay. Bye.